Good morning and Jai Hind, children. I'm going to start a new chapter today. That is how wisdom got out. Before I start this chapter, let me tell you some information about this story. The story is a South African folk tale. Folk tales are actually the genre that typically consists of a story that is passed down from generation to generation. And this folktale is about Father Anansi, who was believed to have all the knowledge and wisdom in the world. This story tells us how his wisdom spread to the entire world. And Anansi is one of the most popular characters in Africa. He often takes the shape of a spider and is believed to be the spirit of all knowledge related to stories. So, without any delay, let's start the story. As you can see, his father Anansi. He was an old man who had all the wisdom in the world. People always came to him with many questions like, Father Anansi, what should I do to make my son behave better? And Father Anansi, what should I do to make my auntie well again? And Father Anansi, what should I do to make my yams grow? And Father Anansi answered 100 other such questions every day. People paid him well for his wisdom. And because of this, Father Anansi became rich and his family was never hungry. But Anansi feared that one day somebody would try to steal all his wisdom as he would no longer possess the thing. Possess means to have or to own something. So he thought that he would no longer possess the thing that brought him respect and wealth. And so one day he decided to collect together all his wisdom in one big pot and hide it in the forest. Now his son Kweku Sin. You can see there's a boy behind the tree. He is Kweku Sin. He was as smart and as tricky as his father. He suspected that Anansi had some secret plot. Suspected means he believed that Anansi had something to hide. He had some secret plot. So he decided to follow him. He walked behind his father and his big pot until he came to the tallest tree in the forest. Anansi meant to climb to the top of the tree and hang his pot of wisdom on the highest branch where nobody would see it. Anansi strapped the pot. Strapped means he tied and fixed the pot with a long strip of cloth in front of his body, and then he tried to climb the tree. But try as he might, he could not get beyond the first branch because he fell down to the ground. Then again he tried for the second time. He stood up and rubbed a bruise on his back. Bruise means an injury on one's body that leaves a mark on the skin. So when he fell down at the first attempt, he had bruise on his back. But then he did not give up. He stood up and he again tried to climb the tree. This time he reached the second branch before falling back to the ground. But again he did not succeed. A third time Anansi tried to climb the tree, and on this occasion he just managed to grab the third branch before he tumbled back onto the ground. Tumbled back means he again fell down onto the ground. His son Kweku Sin, who was hiding behind the bush, he stepped out from there and he said to his father, Father, I have seen you try 3 times to climb the tree with the pot dangling in front of you. Dangling means with the pot hanging and swinging loosely in front of you. Thank you for this amusing comedy. My sides hurt because I have been laughing so much. But let me tell you how to do this. Put the pot on your back and then you will find it so much easier to climb the tree. So Kweku Sin, whenever he was seeing his father falling down from the tree, he was laughing. Do you know why was he laughing? He was actually laughing at his father's foolishness. He gave him an idea that if he would tie the pot on his back, then it would be easier for him to climb the tree. Hearing to this, Anansi immediately grew angry and threw the pot down onto the ground. And he said that if my son knows how to do this simple thing better than I do, what is the point of all this wisdom? And as he spoke, all the wisdom flew out of the pot and scattered around the four corners of the world. People know how to take care of things, how to make things work, and how to get things done. And all that wisdom is due to the bad temper of Father Anansi, who threw down the pot of wisdom in a tantrum. Tantrum means in a fit of temper, in a fit of anger. He was so angry that he threw the pot onto the ground without thinking that his wisdom will spread to the entire world. I hope you like the story. Now you will read the chapter once more. I will be sending you the PDF of the chapter. Read it thoroughly. Next time when we meet in the Zoom, I will ask you a few questions related to this chapter. Till then, take care and stay at home.